Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to have you all back. How many of you are happy to see my face again? Yeah, I am so happy. I am so glad I am back yet again with another one. I embedded the subscribe icon within the video. It's right at the corner, I think down there or down there, wherever. Yeah, so if you haven't yet subscribed, guys, my Facebook friends, my WhatsApp buddies and contacts, please go right ahead and tap that button and join the royal family. Today's video is going to sound like a rant, but it actually is not a rant. It's just something that I felt I needed to address. Well, because it's happened a number of times, and sometimes we do things not knowing the impact, not knowing how they affect others around us. Sometimes we just not grown mentally to the state where we know what I do or what I say affects the person that is seated next to me. So, well, this all stemmed from about 2 days ago, and it all started from someone coming to me and telling me, "Oh, Becky, your locks are not growing. We need to do something about your locks. Your kids are going to suffer," and all that and all that. And then I sat down for a while and I'm like, okay, I think I need to do a video about this, because the last video I posted, I had talked about how I am aware that I don't really have that much hair, and I am comfortable with the style of hair that I have currently, which is my beautiful locks. I love them as they are. Well, let's take it back to about 5 years back. Okay, I always had insecurity about my hair right from secondary. Like, I felt like it wasn't good enough like the rest. It was not as thick as I would have loved it to be. It wasn't as dark as I would have loved it to be. But currently, the color doesn't bother me at all. And I'm not bothered by the general outlook anyways. But yeah, I've always had that insecurity with my hair all the way to campus. I remember when I was in campus, I tried out so many styles. Like, I tried out so many things. I remember I relaxed my hair, and then it would break, and then I would start all over again. And then from relaxing, like I told you, I tried natural, and still it was a hassle. And then I plaited my hair, braided my hair. I remember so many times I left the salon really angry because someone had really pulled my hair. I was like, guys, can't you see I don't have that much hair in my head? So you see these baby hairs, like they would pull them. I was actually bald up to a certain point. They just started to grow. Like, someone would get them and tie thread, and then like, to make sure it's all neat, and because you're under peer pressure, you want to look good. I mean, so I went through all that, and man, I wouldn't want to go through that again, but I'm glad I went through that because it brought me to this freedom. Like, I have freedom that I can't even explain. Like, I can't even explain. Well, people did comment on my hair. Oh, whenever I go to the salon, they'd be like, "Bambi, Taina, Bidi, she has little," and all that, which was a fact anyway. So that's what even made me decide to do this, because I really hated going to the salon and everyone is commenting on my hair and all that. So when I did this, I felt like this was really the most user-friendly hair I had. So a few years back, I was approached by a certain lady. I won't name names, but she was considerably older than I was. She was like 20 years older than I was, and a mother at that. So I remember I was at one of my former workplaces, seated having lunch, and then she comes and stands next to me, and mind you, I am with a group of people, and she's like, "But God, the other baby has a lot of hair, and then the other baby as well has too much hair on the head. Hey, but God, why didn't you give this girl hair?" imagine how I felt. Imagine how I felt. Like, just imagine, okay, if you don't have hair issues, I guess you cannot imagine. But just think about that thing that you're insecure about, someone coming to you in public and then pointing it out in such an insensitive way. Like, wow. Well, I'm not a retaliatory person, like I don't retaliate, so I kept quiet. But later when I went back home, I was like, okay, just imagine if I had turned the gun or the pistol right back at her, because she had something about her that was definitely not admirable, and it's so obvious. I mean, people had commented about it before, not in her presence, like I've had people talk about her. So I thought in my brain, I was like, what if I turned back to her and said, but God, the other child has this good, this and this, and then the other one has this good, this and this. Why didn't you give this woman this, you know? And well, I just let it pass. So about 2 days ago, someone comes to me and they're like, Becky, your hair is not growing, we need to do something about it, oh my God, your kids are so unlucky, blah blah blah. And this is like the third or second time she's coming to me telling me about how my hair is not growing. And the same thing applied to her. Like, immediately I looked at her and saw the thing about her that isn't really good to behold. But I immediately I was like, okay, so now if I turn back the gun at you, and I'm like, but honey, why isn't this, like, why aren't you progressing in this particular area? Like, if I compare me and you, I think I'm better off in that particular area than you. But I don't come and point it out physically, like, you know, like I don't come and point it out to you like, why isn't this? Because I respect you, you know. And so before you go to someone and point out a physical trait about them that you feel is not aligning to the standard according to you, first look at yourself, look at your body, like study yourself. And if you are 100% confident that everything is perfect with you, then you can have all the guts to walk up to this person and then tell them, why isn't this happening? Why isn't your hair growing? Why aren't you losing weight? Why isn't your skin smooth enough? And all that, you know. So what am I trying to say? Everyone has a thorn in their flesh. Like, I don't think there's any perfect person there that has 100% physical capability. I mean, everyone has a thorn in their flesh. I remember Paul had a thorn in his flesh and he was telling God, take it away, take it away. And God is like, no, my grace is made perfect in your weakness. So it's like God has a way of containing us, because he knows this flesh, this human flesh, has a tendency to develop pride. And you know, one thing that God really hates is pride. Pride is just the most disgusting thing ever. Not only to God, but to anyone. I mean, there's a difference between gratitude and pride. There's a difference between being grateful to God for having endowed you well in a particular area, and being so proud and thinking, oh my God, I'm the best, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so yeah, before you wake up and carry your whole morphology to someone to begin pointing out flaws in their morphologies, in their anatomies, first study your own. Make sure it is perfect, you have no flaw, even if it's a flaw that we cannot see. Before you go begin pointing fingers left, right, center. Let us learn to respect everybody's genetics. Let us learn to respect each other's genetics. I have my own set of genes, you have your own set of genes. Everybody has their own set of genes, and it's not like we woke up and decided, okay, I'll have this particular gene for my hair, and then this for my skin, and then this for my body type, and then this for my height. No, everybody found themselves the way they are, and you have got to live with what you have got. I mean, this is why people are running for plastic surgery. Like, the rate at which I see plastic surgery being done is just alarming. Is be comfortable in your own skin. Well, I'm not as dark as I wish to be. It's okay. Tan, I'm not as light as I used to be. It's okay. Apply some lotion or some powder or whatever Nowadays we have foundation, we have whatever it is. If you really feel like, oh my god, I don't have enough hair, add hair, add wig, add what. But if you're comfortable with the hair that you have and you're comfy to walk with it as it is, walk with it. It doesn't matter who is not comfortable with it. You are the wearer. You are the one that has to carry yourself, you know. So yeah, let's learn to respect each other's genetics. Let's learn to respect each other's genotype. And more so if you're a, and surprisingly, all these people that walked up to me had done a bit of science, really. Like, they have a scientific background. So I would expect these people to really have some common science in their head, like common brain, common sense. Sorry, I'm not abusing you, but you know, it's just like common sense that genetics determine how we physically turn out. Genetics determine our phenotype. Okay, environment plays a role as well, but genetics have a very, very big role they play, and you have no control over it. So yeah, let's learn to respect each other's genetics. Well, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, or once in a while I don't comment on others and all that. I remember there's a friend of mine that I used to comment on. She had a certain trait about her that was so distinct that I used to point out every other time. I was like, oh my god, you're this, you're this, you're this. Like, she would keep quiet, but I didn't know it was hurting her deep inside, until one time she walked up to me and she was like, you know what, Becky, I'm not happy with the way you keep pointing it out to me. Like, it's one of the things I'm most insecure about. You don't have to keep driving the point home. Like, I know it, just let me be, you know. You have this about you, I'm not coming to you and then keeping on pointing it out and pointing it out. And then actually on 2 occasions I did do that. And then on the second time, when the other person came to me and told me, you know what, Becky, I'm not happy with the way you keep pointing this out, that's when I sat down and I'm like, God, I'm sorry. Moving forward, I want your grace, so that I will learn to shut my mouth when I see certain things, you know. Just like I don't have everything perfect about me, they don't have everything perfect about them. And besides, your physical body does not determine who you are, because this body is just a suitcase. Let us not blow up all about it. Well, I'm not saying you now have to go and be unkempt and all that. I mean, if someone is so unkempt, you can take them out slowly and talk them and tell them, honey, you need to improve in this area, if it's something that they can change. But if it is a trait that they cannot change, that they were born with, just let them be. Like, just let them be. And if they have decided to flaunt it, let them flaunt it. It's none of your business. Just like you're flaunting that trait of yours that you wish would be a little bit different, they are also flaunting that trait. Like, let's leave everyone be comfortable in their own skin. Like, that's the point I'm trying to drive home. Yeah, so I might have sounded like I was ranting, but I actually wasn't. I was just trying to drive the point home. So if you liked this video, I hope and pray that you subscribe, that you share it, that you hit that notification bell. Until we meet again, keep letting people be, keep letting people enjoy themselves as they are. Besides, we're all here for a while and tomorrow we'll be gone, so let's not make a big deal out of it. That's all I had. Until the next time, bye.